All right, everybody, welcome to the ReGen Invitational number 2, brought to you by NGS. Murda, my baby, put all of this together, so we are here, and we are starting off with, nope, there we go. First round, we have Jailbait going up against Hand Banana. Last season, Jailbait participated in Division A East. They were up near the top, and this is a solid team that has been around in NGS for a couple of seasons, as long as I've been here. And Hand Banana, my upstart, and one of my personal favorites down in C East. We got to see them at the TAW Open 2 a couple of weeks ago, and they were the only team to take a map off of the Champions TNC. All it took was a little bit of a metamorphosis, run it down mid Illidan post 20. If you are unsure of where the heck you are and what you are watching, the ReGen Invitational 2 is a 32-team single elimination bracket. For the first couple rounds, we'll be going with the best of 1 until we get to semifinals, which will be a best of 3. Map pool is fixed. We will be headed to Infernal Shrines. For the next round, we will be headed to Volskaya. Round number 3 will take place in Tomb of the Spider Queen, and then after that, we're heading into a true sort of pro style with drafts and map bans and all that kind of shenanigans. So we'll reconfigure, and later on, we will be bringing in Gravesville as our co-caster, so I'm looking forward to that. I am your host, Professor Bobo. Happy to have you here. I am the head caster for NGS for season number 5, and I hope to see all of you guys in the season soon. With all of that being said, teams are ready here in draft. What the heck? Let's get ourselves going. We are headed now to Infernal Shrines. Alrighty, this is one of our first opportunities to see what the triple ban phase is going to look like. Jailbait, as the higher seed, will have first honors here. Here at Shrines, there are a number of high meta picks that will have certainly a much higher priority. The one to keep an eye out on is Alexstrasza if she does make it through the draft. The balance patch that came through put a big nerf on Malfurion. I'm not sure we're going to see him disappear today, but in my opinion, there is a very high chance that Malf is going to be pushed down in the priority. So Deckard Cain, as well as Alexstrasza, will move up. Hanzo was subject of an interesting change in that Sonic Arrow was nerfed, but his AAs were increased. So while the Vision was a hit to the highest tiers of competitive play, it's going to be interesting to see whether the increase on his AAs moves him back up in the draft. We see Garrosh and Medivh banned out. Both teams actually have good Medivh players. I was kind of hoping to see that Medivh would make it through. That is not the case, as Hand Banana eliminates the Birdman. Jimmy, gone as well. No pepper, a little bit of salt on the side of Jailbait. And our final ban will be Genjiro. First pick over to Jailbait. So again, Alex is available, as is Deckard Cain. A couple of high-tier tanks still out there, Johanna, Muradin, and Diablo. I do think Diablo will definitely take part here in this draft, unless he is removed during the secondary ban phase. And Jailbait's first pick is Urel. Top-tier offlaner. Some nerfs came through. A slight nerf to Murad's Insight for 1. An increase on the cooldown to Ardent Defender. We'll see if she's countered up maybe by something along the lines of Malthael. Johanna and Malfurion are picked up by Hand Banana. They are not afraid of the Malfurion nerfs. And now the 2-3 spots here for Jailbait. I expect them to go ahead and pick up their support if they have a preference between Deckard Cain and Alexstrasza. With Johanna off the board, Diablo moves up. There he is in Phoenix as well. So now the first ranged assassin has been removed. Shout out to Venus. I see you in chat there. Putting together that amazing intro video. Much appreciated, brother. Not just memes. Sometimes he makes the dreams come true. We'll see what Hand Banana wants to go ahead and remove here. Support choke? Likely. I'm not sure if they have a flex hero that they, however, do fear. They actually get rid of the Stukov. Stukov, a very popular pick for Jailbait there in season number 4 in NGS, and he may actually wind up moving up a little bit, but It might be a targeted approach. Perhaps Hand Banana fears the silence. Chromie is the ban on the other side. And now Hand Banana will have their third and fourth selections. 20 seconds on the board. Illy and Abby. Okay, we're doing this again. So, to get the call back to the TAW Open 2, this was a Monstrosity Abathur with a Metamorphosis Illidan. And once Hand Banana hit level 20, it was a goddamn nightmare. In fact, they did take a game, or excuse me, a map off of TNC with the combination of a level 20 Punisher and Illidan running it down mid. Jailbait, do they adjust quickly, or are they going to stick with the meta here? Deckard and Jaina. Two strong picks. Jailbait sticking to the meta here. As Hand Banana making a little bit of an adaptation as we do find ourselves in the presence of Illy and Abby. The only thing left here will be the ranged assassin for Hand Banana. Instead, they're going to the hard melee comp. It is going to be Thrall. Teams will have an opportunity here to make changes, but this is going to be a fun map. So, Illidan into Jaina, Kayn, Phoenix, Diablo, Yrel. It's a fair amount of lockdown, but it does have to be coordinated. There's going to be a lot of pressure here on the Diablo to go ahead and delete that pesky Illidonger. Alright. We're headed to Infernal Shrines. This is going to be some weird, wild stuff. Again, anticipate an Evolve Monstrosity to be paired up with that Illidan. Although, again, the hunt combined with a clone is what you would expect here. There really isn't a great clone target on the side of Hand Banana. And listen, generally speaking, when you do go with an Illidan Abathur, you want to keep the hat on the Illidan as much as possible, just so that he can reap the benefits of that. The clone just doesn't help Illidan at all. Clone Thrall, not great. Clone Johanna, equally meh. So we'll see if Hand Banana's macro game is on point here as we head on in to Infernal Shrines. Should be a fun one. Looking forward to it. We'll see how these teams make the adjustment here. All right. And as we are in on the game, we'll head on over and introduce, up first, Jailbait, the higher seed. Joe DiMaggio, the Yankee Clipper, is going to be playing Diablo. Smug Dolphin will be on the Yrel. Fragastellar will be playing the Phoenix. H2O on Deckard Kayn. Storm Killer on Jaina. On the other side for Hand Banana, Captain Ray will be playing the Johanna. Samuel C on the Abathur. Mosher on the Malfurion. Malthanius on that Illidan. And up in the heading to the top lane, Draco on the Thrall. Talents are up here. Again, nothing we expect out of the ordinary, except for Rolling Thunder on Thrall. That's always an interesting talent. Just better for sustain, better for long team fights. I have seen it before. I know it does seem, I don't know, odd, but it's a thing. People use it. Increased mana regen, increased health, lifesteal. It helps make Thrall a little bit more independent, if you will. Jailbait will immediately move into a 1-4 setup. Yrel heading on top. She'll be opposed by both the Thrall and the Abathur. We'll keep an eye on this matchup. Murad's inside at level 1, again, received a slight nerf. It's still a very strong talent. Yrel is, again, at the top of the offlaner meta. She's really only countered by, again, it's just my opinion, by something such as Malthael, who does take a little while to get going. And in that case, they just wind up becoming double soapbots. Jailbait takes the early lead in experience, and they're going to go ahead and make the aggressive rotation here. Remember, without Abathur, a body down, if you will, as it's a bit of a 4v5 versus 5 for Hand Banana. Ray in the jungle hill. Malthanius coming in. This is going to be an interesting spot here. Mosher looks like he's coming in with a Malfurion. This is really nothing more than a little bit of poke. H2O, though, on the point. Illidan flipping over. Eats a little bit of the Blizzard. Joe DiMaggio will be looking for the flip there. The root comes out, misses the Illidan. Malthanius looking to back out here. Cover from Ray. Fragastellar low on that Phoenix. He is out. No harm done. Successful invade up in the top lane here. Thrall so far beating Yrel, but that's a matchup that is just going to be a little bit of a wet noodle contest for quite a while. First shrine will be in the mid lane here. Tan Banana seeking to go ahead and soak up the XP. Keep an eye out there on that H2O Fragastellar combo. Phoenix was under good pressure there from Illidan. He does not do well into Illy. He really has no way to shake him off other than the warp. And when the warp does come through, you got to keep an eye out on that Illidan there. Does he stick to the Phoenix or does he rotate targets? Is there enough peel on the side of Jailbait with that Diablo? Shout out to everybody here in the Twitch chat. Always good to see the fam. As you see, Venus, Aura is going to be bouncing around. Aura mod, best mod. Thank you for helping set up this tournament. You are the true MVP. That Murder guy is highly overrated. It's the work of Aura and Red that is going to pull us through today. At the ReGen Invitational 2, Ray in a little bit of trouble there. The root comes through. Looks like he's got enough help to come power through this, but this is going to be tight here. Does he have the Iron Skin cooldown? No. Malthanius, though, picks up bottom camp. First blood claimed by Jailbait, who take about a 3/4 of a little lead. That's a couple of mines. Sammy setting up quite a trap here. We'll flash our level 4 talent. And now the attack speed starting to come through for Illidan as he receives, I don't know, 2 bumps of booger sugar from the slug. Here's the minefield. Stormkiller is 1, 2. Smug Dolphin receives a few. And Jailbait winds up powering through this. The Abathur winds up shifting bottom. XP seems to be the name of the game here. Stormkiller, however, goes down. Malthanius looking to try to find a way out. Mosher actually winds up hitting the root, and a good root on Diablo, who is in trouble. Iron Skin has been popped by a Ray. Malthanius now eating tower shots. We'll have to go ahead and slide on out of there. So Hand Banana picks up a kill, and Draco comes to rotate down. 11-3 in terms of skeletal defenders right now. Hand Banana with an opportunity to pick up quite a bit here. We'll see if it's enough to pick up this first Punisher. It will be a frozen Punisher when it does come through. Iron Skin propped again. Draco under pressure there from the Thrall. But Captain Ray is at the front here, putting pressure on to Phoenix as well as Deckard Cain. There's Malthanius with a slide. Jaina is back. Warp comes through. The root misses. Malthanius has a hat on, but he does get stunned in by the Diablo, and the healing is not quite enough, and Illidan goes down. 22-17. And it looks like Jailbait will claim the first Punisher. Abby in his cradle, the adorable little slug. In fact, let's get a little bit of zoom in there. How are you doing there, sweetheart? Are you having yourself a good time? You and your Illidan combo? We'll see how this winds up playing out, folks. Frozen Punisher up first. He'll run it down mid. Jailbait now perhaps looking to pick up an XP advantage and maybe spiking at 10. Looks like they were thinking about maybe pushing bottom. Stormkiller on that. Jaina will rotate bot. Malthanius going in hard. Ray is there as well. They will both get rooted. Punny is down. Draco with the rotate, but no one is caught out. And a quick root from H2O provides the peel necessary for Jailbait to go ahead and slide out. They only have a half-level lead, but they will win the race to 10, and that is going to be important for the next Punisher phase. We'll update you guys when we know where that is. Illidan eats the devastating charge. The flip is there. He needs to go ahead and get out of that root. He does. He's on top of Fragastellar. Phoenix is in trouble. He warps out. Ray has already used Iron Skin, and now Malthanius is in a bit of pressure as Jaina does surprisingly well into Illidan when she is not the focal point of his attacks. It's going to take a good bit of coordination there to lock down Phoenix, as that seems to be the plan for Hand Banana. Draco up in the top lane. Next Punisher will be up there. I don't know which Cena that will be. 3/4 of a level lead here for Jailbait. We'll flash our level 7 talents. This is a little bit of an E build here for Smug Dolphin as we just take a quick highlight. Aegis of Light, so she will be adding armor to her teammates that'll provide an exceptional amount of peel into that Illidan, as well as Holy Avenger to get the CDR on Avenging Wrath. Smug Dolphin looking to body bully for globes here. If you're looking for a little bit of fun on that Illidan build, we're going to start things off with Battered Assault. We're going to move into Unbound. Looking for the double charge on Sweeping Strike and then Thirsting Blade, so an extra bit of heal there for Illidan. He has certainly been lacking it in the early game because it's been a little tough on the Donger. Tens are online. Stay a while. Lightning Breath. Purification Salvo. So an exceptional combo there between Diablo as well as Phoenix. Hero goes Ardent Defender, that is the meta choice. And it is Ring of Frost on Jaina. Interesting. And I do say that that's interesting in that Welly can provide Illidan with a little bit of extra healing, in fact, but if unfocused, it will certainly do a number on the Demon Hunter. So again, Evolve Monstrosity, as well as Metamorphosis. We see Falling Sword, Tranquility, and Earthquake. So 30 seconds on the next Punisher here. Jailbait would certainly like to go ahead and pick up a kill. That poor mule. He's done his job. Couldn't quite save the gate, but the towers are going to be there. The rotations are coming in here. A few mines as Jaina starts to walk through the Stormkiller. Looking to dodge the rest of that minefield. Unstoppable Prug. So Iron Skin already out. We'll see if Joe DiMaggio has a move to be made here. No. Catches the edge of the root. No harm done. And these teams will start to head on up top. This will be a Mortar Punisher as Draco gets it started. Just keeping an eye on the bottom here. Evolve Monstrosity in the bottom lane as Abathur will look to get some push. Malthanius jumps onto this objective and already Hand Banana with a 10-0 lead. Wow, the Earthquake comes out immediately. Motion's coming in here. Purification Salvo looks like it got stopped there. An immediate, quick combination between both Lightning Breath and Ring of Frost put pressure on Malthanius. Uses Metamorphosis. He went ahead and dodged it. Joe DiMaggio under pressure here. It looks like he's soon to go down. Purification Salvo this time does go out. Stay a while and listen is going to provide a little bit more lockdown. Malthanius needs an extra bit of healing there at the front. Dodges the root. Diablo is down. Hand Banana back on this shrine. They're up 20-10 shortly, and they are looking for their first objective. Ray is up front here. Diablo did have quite a few souls. He is coming back here. Blizzard goes out. Draco dodges. The root does not connect. Malthanius has a number of targets. He's just hopping around here. Diablo will be back shortly. We'll see if Hand Banana wants to stick around, or do they have enough time to go and tap. Joe DiMaggio looking for the hard flank, perhaps trying to find a target that he finds acceptable here. Ray looks like he could be long. This world goes down to the Blizzard. Illidan is there, though. Smug Dolphin is under immense amount of pressure as his Stormkiller. One kill for the Illidan. He gets pushed out. May be able to find himself a number more. Smug Dolphin using Avenging Wrath there to try to peel. Illidan is okay. Draco is cleaning up this shrine. Malthanius in and out with the pressure. There's the root. Fantastic play by Moshe. Fragastella just gets barely out. Malthanius, however, goes down. Joe DiMaggio connects. Great play by Joe. Stopping the momentum from the Illidan. Hand Banana loses their talisman in that Illidan. They put some work in on bottom here. Sammy has already taken out most of the wall. Punisher up top is not going to get a ton of value because the Illidan went down. 13 online for Jailbait. They'll flash their talents as well. Remember that Unbound is finished. Diablo up at about 50 souls. Jaina is about 40% of the way through the Ice Block quest. But Hand Banana showed that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with on these objectives. They pick up 13s as well. We see a Burning Rage come through. Starting to see this Thrall build come online. A lot of Wolf talents, actually. Keep an eye out here as maybe Jailbait looking to make an aggressive play. Even talent tiers, 4-3 in terms of kills. Both of these teams have found success in different ways. First objective went over to Jailbait, and the second went over to Hand Banana. Mosher and Malthanius will go ahead and grab this bottom camp, but it's just Smug Dolphin down here. Has to be careful, does not have much of a wall to retreat to, and will wisely give up that camp. Ray is here as well. Smug Dolphin is going to be under pressure. Can Mosher go ahead and get the root in? There's the root. There's Ardent Defender. That's 120-second cooldown, and that is a win for Hand Banana. That cooldown was, I should say, improved. Jacked up from 100 seconds to now 120. Joe DiMaggio on the backside here. Doesn't have much of a target. Malthanius sniffs it out. Joe D will retreat away. Taking a look at a couple of our advanced stats here. The Soak and the XP is going to be critical. Hand Banana wants to win the late game, especially when you can pick up Metamorphosis upgrade at level 20. That's a big one. We see Abby. A good bit of XP here, but hasn't been able to body soak too much. Hurel on the flip side has been doing her thing. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you're just jumping in late here, we are at the ReGen Invitational 2. This is the first round, this matchup between NG, a stalwart Jailbait, and last season's newcomers, Hand Banana. First round is a best of 1. Second round is a best of 1 as well. Third round, a best of 1. And all of the maps have been decided by our teams, actually. As part of our pre-tournament administrations, we pulled the teams on which map they would like to play, and we fit them in just for ease here. The higher seeds, however, do have the advantage of first pick. A little bit of pressure on bottom lane. Abby shifts top. Althanius comes in. We'll dodge the blizzard here. Jaina being played by Stormkiller, looking to go ahead and finish some structures off and reduce the efficacy of the mule. Both teams do have wells in the bottom lane, so if they do choose to back off, they will have an opportunity. Althanius jumping onto Smug Dolphin there, looking for the Avenging Wrath away. The root comes through. Ray is there as well. Ardent Defender just popped up. I do like how Hand Banana has put pressure on the Yrel. They're trying to get that cooldown out. If Ardent Defender is not available, Yrel is a solid hero, but can be focused down. Alright, Monstro pushing top lane. Teams are ready in bot. Jailbait already is going to get things started. Althanius doing the Illidan shuffle there. Dragastellar under big pressure here. Stay on. Listen, however, comes out. It's going to try to keep alive the Phoenix. Johanna trades out, as does Phoenix. Diablo is next to fall. The Earthquake is just doing work. Oh, the Illidan is going to have a field day. There goes Jaina. Smug Dolphin does not have Ardent Defender. Trying to get away. The root just misses on Mosher. 2 for 1. You can count it as 3, maybe 3.5, because now Joe DiMaggio has lost his souls. Diablo is on his way back. Johanna, however, did go down. The count here is about even, almost 20 apiece. Malthanius, though, is going to put pressure on. There is no damage to go ahead and get rid of this shaky Illidan. He eats the root. However, Mosher moves in, and now Malthanius is onto Decker K, and H2O is in trouble. He is gone. Joe DiMaggio might be next. Has the fort to retreat to. Draco providing pressure here with the Illidan, and now they will both back off. That's another kill. 7-5 here for Hand Banana. The monstrosity, that horrible, horrible AFK son of a bee, is pushing top lane. Jailbait has to give this up. Hand Banana won the second objective, and they, in a more convincing fashion, have won the third. This is going to be an Arcane Punisher pushing down, bot lane. Trouble is a brewing for Jailbait. This unorthodox comp, Monstro and a hat on that Illy, is doing work. And now you're also seeing the siege potential of Illidan. He has one of the best single target, siege and structure DPS skills in the game, but he also obviously gets the boost from the hat. If Jailbait are not careful here, this is going to be a keep. This is the most effective of Punishers. The jump will come through. Joe DiMaggio is posturing here at the front, looking to go ahead and pull him. He does. Goes over Malthanius. No fear. He's going over the back already. Remember, he does have monstrosities, so he can dodge a number of things out. Already Diablo under huge pressure here. The Lightning Breath is just not getting any value. Sleep comes through. Malthanius is going to go ahead, and he goes down. He does not get the proc on Metamorphosis. Earthquake to peel. Ray is at the front. Smug Dolphin will use Ardent Defender. The Punisher is going to go ahead and be cleaned up here. Wall gone. A little bit of keep damage. I do think Metamorphosis was just misfired there. Chat, help me out. Let me know if you saw things differently. But Hand Banana missing out on the opportunity to go ahead and pick up a keep. However, they have done an exceptional job using this, again, on an Orthodox combo to pick up a big lead. They now have a level and a quarter lead, and that is going to push them up to level 20 first. We did miss our 16 talents here throughout that objective. We'll go ahead and flash our talents up here. Keep an eye on this one. Blades of Azeroth, one of the best. Illidan will be looking to provide stacks on Sweeping Strike. Use them to pick up even more damage. At level 20, Illidan Abbey is potentially unkillable without an absurd amount of lockdown. Weenus, thank you for the bits. Dropping the old 111. I hope your sausage fingers did not cost you more bits than were intended. Brother, you are much appreciated. You are one of our favorites here in NGS. We're looking forward to seeing the memes and the dreams here in season number 5. Jailbait will go for bottom camp. Draco's picking up the top shaman camp. Only one fort remains for Jailbait. And they have another problem here. RNG did not bless. This will be a top objective. It's going to be tight. We'll see if Jailbait can actually pick up 20s before this objective is up. But the issue is that, again, they have nothing here. No well. On the flip side, Hand Banana will be able to retreat somewhat safely. They only do have one tower. Jailbait looking perhaps to find themselves the opportunity to get a pick. They are backing as Hand Banana makes the rotation towards bot. This is a great play by them. They have 20s. They have the advantage here. We're going to keep an eye on these two talents. This is Demonic Form, so Illidan will have permanent Metamorphosis, and then this is the big one, Hive Mind. That is going to really help out Ray, who has been the target there on Johanna, as he goes ahead and eats the roots. Jailbait steps out. They do have Joe DiMaggio and Smug Dolphin on the flank. This could be a straight-up 5v5. Now, if Thanos sees this, Smug Dolphin on the backside. He's going to go ahead and look in, trying to get the Draco. Earthquake comes out. The Earth and Shields are online as well. The root comes through. It only hits the Malfurion. Malthanis is on the backline. He's got to go ahead and make sure that he gets Metamorphosis proc, especially before Sleep comes through. Joe DiMaggio under pressure here. Purification Salvo is going to come through. There is the Metamorphosis at 20. He's under pressure, though. Illidan does go down. Ray at the front goes down as well, and Jailbait picks up 2 kills. Those are 60-second deaths. Draco is trying to get out here. I don't know if he has the avenue. Hits the root on 2. He is not long for this world. There is he, and the root comes through. MVP motion. The problem for Hand Banana there was that in order to make those plays, they had to dive bottom keep. Illidan got a little bit too far away. Strong play by Smug Dolphin on that Yrel to force the action on the back line. Jailbait so far winning a little bit, but oh boy, go to Maggio. That Monstro, when he gets fully stacked, not an easy kill. Hand Banana gets a little bit of damage on top keep. Yrel is up top here. She will be using Holy Rat to go ahead and get that cleared up. Sammy pops the mule on mid. I'm not sure if Hand Banana is going to give this up. Johanna and Illidan will be back shortly. Bottom keep should be pressured by Abathur here, especially once the monstrosity is available. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and head on up to challenge. Fragastellar was, I guess you could say, a little late, if you will, because Phoenix is just a lot of clear as a Stormkiller on that Jaina. Teams are going to meet up here. Looks like we're going to have ourselves a 5v5. Metamorphosis in 30. Earthquake available. Only Ardent Defender not available for Jailbait, though. 23 Skeletal Defenders have been grabbed. If Hand Banana picks this up, this could be game. If Jailbait, however, achieves the objective picking up this Frozen Punisher, they may be alright. Immediate damage comes out on Stormkiller, who has to go ahead and use the Blink Out. Lightning Breath, Stay While and Listen, and Ring of Frost are there, but Illidan is on the backline. Frag is still in big trouble there. Unconquered Spirit should save him for a little while. Malthanis is giving chase. Joe DiMaggio is under pressure as well. Ray and Draco are trying to keep up. This is a much better engagement here, as Illidan is on a rampage. There goes Phoenix. There goes Diablo. Deckard Cain is next. I don't know if there's enough room for Yrel, Ardent Defender not being available. There it is. Great Righteous Hammer. Diablo back, but no souls. Top camp will get value. But this objective should be headed over to Hand Banana, and boy, this might be game here. They just might have enough. If you guys haven't seen a level 20 Metamorphosis Illidan on a core in a while, you just might be about to. Frozen Punisher soon to be picked up. Monstrosity getting stacked there. We'll see if he winds up pushing mid or if he will join. Captain Ray goes ahead. He is prepping this lane. This is going to be some all-out defense here, as Jailbait will be fighting for their lives here in the ReGen Invitational number 2. Could be game. Keep is still there, no wall. Blessed Shield immediately. Diablo actually winds up getting hit by the Immortal. He's going to go ahead and go down. Malthanis is there. The retreat is available for Jailbait. Smug Dolphin 80 Shore trying to stay alive. Malthanis in big trouble. Actually goes ahead. He has to use Metamorphosis, which is fine. He goes ahead and he is alive. He picks up the kill on Yrel. H2O's Deckard Cain has been great this game, but it's just not quite enough to lock down the Illidan. He's on the core. He's wailing away. Earth and Shields come through on the Earthquake. Hand Banana looking to apply pressure. Deckard Cain goes down. The Punisher will go ahead, and he is going to move on up. Hand Banana with the upset, baby. Illidan, Abathur, Metamorphosis, and a monstrosity coming through. And Hand Banana with the upset as they claim the first game here at the lecture hall. And they will move on to the next round. A fantastic game. Early on, Jailbait picking up level 10s. They won the Soak battle as well. They picked up the first Punisher, but they just were unable to pick up a fort. Abathur with the Mule, a big part of that. Second, third, and fourth Punishers came through on the side of Hand Banana, and they claim victory. This is a case study in how you play this dirty, dirty combo. Again, it's a little bit of a different Illidan with that Abby, but you're building for the level 20. You're building for Demonic Form because you cannot shake Illidan off of that core. And again, this is also a little bit of a different Abathur build. Usually you're going with the shield talents at 1 and 4, so you know we do have regenerative microbes, but instead of sustained carapace, we have adrenal overload for the Illidan. We do have Soma Transference as well as Venom Spikes, and then at 20, Hive Mind really completes the build. What a wild game! You love to see it. Hand Banana will move on. We'll wind up seeing who they are going to play in round number 2. Remember, Hand Banana is a team that was down in Division C. Insider info, they're going to be moving up this season for NGS. They have just a number of exceptional players. I casted quite a few of their games. Again, I am a fan of this team. Draco, one of the more versatile players down in Division C. He played, both the ranged assassins. He was also, the kind of person who could jump onto Medivh in a pinch and play that hero very effectively. In fact, I gave him quite a bit of a shout out in the early part of the season. I think his KD was something like 38-0, at least until I got a hold of a cast and then cursed it. But wow, just strong play there from Hand Banana in this, the first round of the ReGen Invitational. Okay. So, just to get you guys updated on what's going to be going on for today. We have a number of streamers that are covering all of the games here for the tournament. So if you go ahead and you check on the Nexus Gaming Series community, you can find everybody. Fear is here, Bahamut, Cat Peach, Swing. Boy, who else has a number of games? Murda himself certainly is going to be casting. Ripper, Graysville, who will be joining me later in the afternoon as we'll move into a co-cast format for sure. So if you do want to go ahead and keep up with all of the action here at the ReGen Invitational, we've got a number of Nightbot commands up. In fact, we're going to go ahead and flash our bracket. Also, we do have the challenge bracket predictions. Murda was enough of a doll to go ahead and put up a $20 Battle.net gift card for the winner of the prediction bracket. So a little bit of an added incentive here if you're following all of the action. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and take a peek on Twitch. See if anybody's still deep in a game. Let's see if we can throw a host over right now. I see Graves is still going. We got Cat Peach and company. Again, a number of great casters, great games. Looks like just about everybody's done. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go AFK for a little while. We're going to reconfigure, and we are going to be back at the top of the hour with our next matchup. And let me go ahead and check my schedule here. I want to make sure that I certainly have the right game. So, at the top of the hour, I have Divine 9, last year's Season B champions, and they will be going up against Guy's Gems, another team that has been in NGS for quite a while. So that will be at 4 o'clock. I've been your host, Professor Bobo. Thank you for joining me. A shout out to Hand Banana for getting an excellent win here up against Jailbait there. Like I said, we'll be back shortly. Once again, this is the ReGen Invitational, brought to you by NGS. Be going on all day. I got games at 4. I got a game at 5. We'll be moving on to our later rounds, 6:30, and then 8 o'clock with the semifinals, all heading into the finals, which will be hosted by Murda and Ragnarok, as those two good buddies are going to go ahead and finish out the day in the finals. So again, we will be back shortly. Thank you for joining me. I am your host for the day, Professor Bobo. Looking forward to seeing you at 4.